here, I'm a doctor in natural medicine and a researcher in the field of kidney health. For more than a decade, I've been helping patients turning the tide around on kidney disease and going from losing kidney function to getting it back. These are just some of the comments from those of you guys who followed my advice and who are improving. And guys, if you did this, you must be incredibly proud of yourself. This is an amazing achievement that not many can boast. Okay, but now some people may ask, what sets those who can improve apart from those who can't? What are the things that really make a difference when it comes to improving kidney function? Well, there are, in my opinion, 5 things that make all the difference when it comes to getting your kidney health back on track. Let's see what they are now. And guys, before we start, don't forget to give this video a like and to subscribe if you aren't already. And by the way, if you also have a success story you want to share, use the comment section below. So let's start now. What are the 5 things that every single CKD patient should do if their goal is to improve their kidney function? Number 5 is take care of any vitamin deficiency you may have. Okay, vitamin deficiencies are bad for you. Everyone knows that. What not everyone knows is that you are not going to be able to improve your kidney function if you are not keeping certain vitamin and mineral deficiencies under control. Let me explain. Today, the general population can consider issues such as rickets, pellagra, and beriberi as largely historical concerns. But on the other hand, someone with CKD should not underestimate this danger. This is because in most cases, vitamin deficiencies are not only caused by poor diet. They are often the result of factors such as medications, diseases, malabsorption issues, and genetic disorders. Now guys, if this was some other YouTube channel, I will just tell you to buy my multivitamin which would magically solve all of your problems. But luckily for you, I'm no Dr. Berg and I'm not here to sell you some snake oil. No, I'm going to tell you things like they really are. So first of all, taking a multivitamin won't magically solve any issue. It may help, but it's not magic. Because, for example, if you have a vitamin D deficiency because your kidneys cannot activate that vitamin anymore, no supplement is going to help you. No, you will need a prescription from your doctor for a special form of vitamin D made for CKD patients. Another vitamin you should keep an eye on is vitamin B12. Because you see, a regular supplement is not going to help you if a B12 deficiency is caused by, for example, taking metformin. You will need a very high dose or a sublingual supplement. Vitamin B1 deficiency is also often seen in people with kidney disease because diuretics can cause you to excrete too much of this vitamin. Be careful with this vitamin, but with B1, at least a normal supplement should be enough. Another issue many CKD patients have is vitamin B9. Taking ACE inhibitors or ARBs, the most common blood pressure medications for CKD patients, can seriously deplete this vitamin by raising homocysteine levels. This in turn would also make your kidney disease progress faster. So yeah, keep an eye on this vitamin as well. In short, while a renal multivitamin can help, it's no magic bullet. If your goal is to improve your kidney function, you must ask your doctor to be checked for all the vitamins you see in my slide. Alright? Having your levels for these vitamins in the right range is going to make a difference. But too many doctors are not doing these life-saving tests. Still in 2024, don't let the vitamin deficiency destroy your kidneys. Up next, something else that can easily destroy your kidneys if you don't stop it as soon as it presents is number 4, anemia. So anemia is very common in CKD patients. Fact, if you have CKD, your chances of having anemia are more than 50% if you are a man and more than 70% if you are a woman. And this is a huge risk for your kidneys. I mean, if a new patient will consult with me right now, I would immediately look at their skin, their nails, and their hair to look for signs of anemia. Because you see, if you have anemia and you are not taking care of it, you are not going to be able to improve your kidney function. On the other hand, anemia happens to be very treatable, and once you do so, you are not just going to have a lot more energy. Your kidneys are going to get better as well. Now, anemia could be a problem of the past, but just like for vitamin deficiencies, way too many doctors are not doing tests. This is scary. I mean, anemia literally destroys you and your kidneys. So first of all, make sure you are being tested for iron levels and that you are doing complete blood count or CBC tests regularly. This applies to every single CKD patient, alright? Then, if you have anemia, don't let it go untreated. Supplement vitamins such as B6, vitamin B9, and vitamin B12. Supplement iron. And something else that could make a huge difference here is L-carnitine. Carnitine is an amino acid that the body mostly uses to turn fat into energy, and it has other properties as well. In CKD patients with anemia, carnitine can decrease the need for erythropoietin-stimulating agents while maintaining the correct level for red blood cells, as we can see. It basically improves your red blood cells amount, directly fighting anemia. Now, you could in theory just buy carnitine from Amazon and take it. It's a safe supplement, but I don't recommend doing that. Carnitine is not very bioavailable by mouth. CKD patients are supposed to receive carnitine injections, alright? This is a treatment that was approved by the FDA specifically for CKD patients because it's safe and it makes a huge difference. In short, make sure you are getting tested for anemia if you have CKD. Take vitamins, iron, and get prescribed carnitine and even ESAs if needed if you have anemia. Never let these complications go untreated if you want your kidney function to improve. But anemia is not the only complication of CKD you must take care of if your goal is to improve your kidney function. Number 3, let's talk about the other complications. Guys, keep in mind that this I'm showing you today is exactly what can make the biggest difference between being able to improve with CKD and not being able to improve. If your goal is to improve, you don't want to have a single complication left untreated. So complications are all those health conditions that are caused by kidney disease and that may in turn cause serious kidney damage. Just like anemia, each one of the complications we will see can be enough to make you progress to renal failure. But they can be treated. First thing I would want to keep an eye on is mineral and bone disorder. Mineral and bone disorder occurs when blood levels of calcium and phosphorus are out of balance. What usually happens here is that there is too much phosphorus going around and too little calcium. This forces the body to extract calcium from the bones in order to remove the excess phosphorus. And this may seem something that mostly damages your bones, but keep in mind that this complication is actually linked to heart problems as well. But it can be treated. First of all, by avoiding phosphorus-containing foods. These are mostly meat, fish, dairy, sodas, packaged, and junk foods in general. And also by supplementing calcium carbonate. Some people take Tums for this at meals, but I prefer just normal calcium carbonate supplements as they come without added sugar. Now, since calcium metabolism in the body is linked to vitamin D, also supplementing vitamin D and vitamin K2 may really help preventing or treating this issue. Never let this issue go untreated. Another serious complication you need to know about is metabolic acidosis. This is a buildup of acid in the blood, which is mostly caused by the diet. Metabolic acidosis is the reason why so many patients have good results in terms of improved kidney function when they start to take sodium bicarbonate. In fact, metabolic acidosis doesn't just damage the kidneys, it also damages the bones and it may cause other complications as well. Now, this acid buildup doesn't necessarily come with symptoms you can see immediately. So what you want to do here is getting tested for serum bicarbonate level. If this level is too low, below 23 milliequivalents per liter, you will have to take sodium bicarbonate until this level is normal again. So be careful and do the tests. Now, if you suffer from metabolic acidosis, you absolutely want to make sure your diet is on point. You see, excess acid in the blood can be caused by eating too much acid-forming foods. I'm talking about fried foods, sweets, junk foods in general, but especially meat, fish, dairy. Yeah, these are some of the most acid-forming foods you could eat. Now, what not many people know is that metabolic acidosis, which is often caused by eating meat, is a cause of hyperkalemia or too high serum potassium. This is a well-documented phenomenon, by the way, which means that CKD patients with too high serum potassium are supposed to cut the steak and bacon before they cut avocado and spinach. Now, hyperkalemia or high serum potassium level is not only caused by metabolic acidosis. In fact, in my experience, the number one cause for potassium problems in people with CKD are ACE inhibitors and ARBs. But as we can see, there are other common causes that also include constipation and inadequate insulin in those with diabetes. So if your potassium level is above 5.2 milliequivalents per liter, tell your doctor to look into your ARB and your ACE inhibitor prescription. See if the dose can be lowered, because just cutting high potassium foods is not really going to help. I mean, in many cases, removing these super healthy high potassium foods from your diet may even cause your blood pressure to raise, alright? Because if you think about foods such as spinach, beets, kale, bananas, dark chocolate, they are all high in potassium, but they also share one benefit. These are all foods that lower your blood pressure. And this is way more important than people realize. Now, if someone asks me, what are the most important things a CKD patient should do if their goal is to improve? The first thing I would mention is probably going to be the blood pressure conundrum. But why is high blood pressure such a big deal for CKD patients? So, I see most people today being scared to death of sugar and diabetes. But you see, diabetes can be treated effectively even in people with CKD with conventional treatments. We have metformin, we have insulin, we have new medications such as dapagliflozin that are extremely safe and effective, not just against diabetes but also as a way to protect the kidneys. I mean, we even have semaglutide today that can be used to send diabetes into remission in a huge number of patients and without causing serious kidney damage. But what do we have when it comes to high blood pressure? ACE inhibitors, ARBs, diuretics. And don't get me wrong, these medications work, at least when it comes to lowering your blood pressure. So, and this is the blood pressure conundrum. The more you take blood pressure medications, the less your chances of improving your kidney function are. This is something I've both seen in clinical practice and in medical literature as well. So if your goal is improving your kidney function, keeping both diabetes, if present, and high blood pressure under control is a must. But while diabetes can be controlled with conventional medicine, you need to do all you can to control high blood pressure naturally. This is extremely important because the best you can get with conventional medicine is slowing down kidney disease progression. CKD reversal is still not considered as a possibility today because conventional medicine does not have the tools to control blood pressure without damaging the kidneys. So, what you want to do if your goal is actually improving your kidney function is finding natural remedies that can actually help you controlling hypertension without having to rely too much on medications. Luckily, there are supplements and remedies that work. First of all, vitamin D. Vitamin D is not just key for bone health, it also modulates the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, which means that if you are deficient in this kidney-saving vitamin, ACE inhibitors and ARBs are not going to work as they should. So again, make sure you are not deficient in this vitamin. And also supplement magnesium, especially if you are also taking vitamin D. Taking vitamin D depletes magnesium, and magnesium deficiency causes high blood pressure. So always supplement magnesium and vitamin D together. Something else that really works for high blood pressure and that protects the kidneys is CoQ10. I'm recommending this more and more often lately because lots of people are seeing great results with it. Seriously, if you are going to start these remedies together, make sure you are tracking your blood pressure, because the goal here isn't getting a reading of 80/50. The goal is getting your blood pressure below 130/80 with as little medications as possible. And no, I don't want you to completely stop taking blood pressure medications. That's not likely to happen. I want you to work with your doctor and find the lowest dose possible that works for you in combination with lifestyle changes and the natural intervention we just discussed. By the way, if you want to know more about what actually works to lower blood pressure naturally, watch my recent video up here and also down in description. But don't go away yet. There is still our last entry. Our number 1 is the sine qua non of the treatment for kidney disease. I've never seen a patient in my life improving without a low-protein, plant-based diet. Switching from a regular old diet to a low-protein, plant-based diet is a huge step, but it's also what can give you the greatest benefits. It will help with all the other points of today's video as well. It will give you more vitamins naturally than any other diet because you are now eating tons of fruit and veggies. It's alkaline, so it will protect your kidneys from complications such as metabolic acidosis, hyperkalemia, and mineral and bone disorder. It helps with diabetes because, well, the plant-based diet makes it super easy to lose weight, and it also helps with high blood pressure, especially if you also mind your sodium intake as well. This is why today the low-protein, plant-based diet is a prescription diet for every single CKD patient with a GFR below 60. But now you may ask, what are the healthiest foods we can eat to make sure our diet works? Well, you are actually lucky because in my recent video, I have actually shared what the 12 foods with the biggest kidney protecting benefits are. Seriously, I would never plan a renal diet without including these 12 foods. And if you want to know more, watch my video up here and also down in the description. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!